Good evening all your blues, welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV channel. In this video, we'll find out the latest news about Chelsea FC. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update. Renato Veiga now agreed personal terms to leave. One Chelsea star is pushing to leave Stamford Bridge this winter permanently, and could cut short his stay at the club before the end of the month, with a departure now expected in a move that could force the Blues into the transfer market. Much of the transfer activity in West London this month is set to be departures, with the likes of Carney Chukwuemeka, Cesare Casadei and Ben Chilwell all thought to be free to leave this winter, and the latter having been publicly made favourable by Maresca. Now, they have been joined by another departee. As per the reliable Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea summer signing Renato Veiga is now pushing to leave Stamford Bridge just months after his arrival, with the Portuguese defender wanting to play at centre-back regularly. Signed from FC Basel for £12 million in the summer, Veiga has seen his opportunities limited under Maresca thus far, with the 21-year-old starting just one Premier League game, though he has been an ever-present in the Conference League and played 90 minutes in their recent FA Cup win. However, Romano reports that Veiga wants to play in central defence, something he is yet to do for the Blues, and as a result he is pushing for a move away from West London this winter. It is added that Veiga is now expected to leave, with Borussia Dortmund said to be among the sides most interested in signing the young talent. Indeed, they have gone as far as to reach a full agreement with the player over a contract at the Bundesliga side, but are yet to make an offer to Chelsea. For their part, the Blues are reluctant to loan out Veiga, who still has 6.5 years left to run on his £25,000 a week deal at Stamford Bridge. Instead, they are holding out for a permanent deal and demanding €30 million £25 million to let him leave, which would represent a massive profit on their initial outlay. With the defender clearly keen to move away, a deal seems very likely in the weeks ahead. Marc Guéhi wants to stay at Crystal Palace. Chelsea have been trying to formulate a plan to sign Guéhi, but a deal remains tricky, with Crystal Palace keen to keep hold of one of their key figures. Glasner has now shared what the player himself wants to do amid interest from his former club. If Glasner's words are to be believed, it does not look like Guéhi is going to push for a return to Stamford Bridge this month. According to the Austrian, Guéhi wants to remain at Selhurst Park in a boost to the Eagles. I know Trevoh Chalobah wants to stay. I know Mark wants to stay, Glasner was quoted as saying by The Independent after Palace's 1-0 FA Cup win against Stockport on Sunday. Barcelona's Ronald Araujo could cost less than Guéhi during the current transfer window, and the 25-year-old is another centre-back who has been linked to Chelsea. With Wesley Fofana and Benarar Bajishile both out injured, it would not be a surprise if Enzo Maresca was pushing Chelsea to re-sign Guéhi. The Chelsea manager is a fan of the England international and could not hide his admiration for him last week. Speaking in his pre-match press conference ahead of Chelsea's 5-0 win against Morecambe, which was relayed by Goal, Maresca said, "The only thing I can say is Marc Guéhi is a Palace player. I like Marc, no doubt about it, but he is not currently part of our team." Based on Glasner's words, though, Maresca may have to wait until the summer to get his hands on Guéhi. By then, the 24-year-old will only have 12 months to run on his contract, meaning that it will be much easier for Chelsea to do a deal. Given his value, Guéhi is not a player Palace will want to let go for free. If he does not sign a new contract and they play hardball over the summer, then that could become a real possibility. Chelsea recall Andrey Santos. Chelsea want to bolster their defensive midfield options this month and could recall Andrey Santos from his loan spell at Strasbourg to fill that void. Team Talk understands. Sources have revealed to Team Talk that Chelsea are keen to sign a new midfielder who can play in the 6 role, and potentially as an 8, as previously revealed. Chelsea would be very interested in signing Manchester United star Kobbie Mainoo and are monitoring his contract talks. Mainoo's negotiations with Man United are slow, and that has put Chelsea on alert. The 19-year-old's agents have been made aware that Chelsea will offer him an alternative should he choose not to pen fresh terms with the Red Devils. However, Mainoo is not the only option on the table for Chelsea, and sources say that recalling Santos from Strasbourg could be a route they go down. Santos, 20, has been superb for Strasbourg since joining the French side on loan last summer. He has become one of the club's key players, and some supporters have called for him to return to Stamford Bridge for the remainder of the season. We understand that recalling Santos is an option being considered by Chelsea's chiefs, and they may choose to do so if they don't sign a new midfielder this month. However, sources have suggested that despite Santos' good form this season and his high potential, he could be another signing who is eventually sold for a profit. Santos joined Chelsea for a £18 million fee from Vasco da Gama in January 2023. The youngster was then sent back on loan to Vasco da Gama, before an uneventful 6-month stint with Nottingham Forest. Santos seems to have finally made his mark with Strasbourg, and a number of sides are keeping tabs on his situation. There is also a belief at Chelsea that make it at the club you have to show at a young age you can play in the first team. Chelsea are letting go a number of players this month, and sources close to Santos hope that it will open the door to a return. Both Ben Chilwell and Chelsea believe a loan exit is close. The £50 million man has only played 45 minutes of Carabao Cup action this term, not even making an appearance in the UEFA Conference League after being left out of that squad too. Discussing the situation last week, Maresca said, "Ben has been top. I have to say that. He has been top. Very professional, works hard. I feel shame because of that situation, but in terms of behavior, he has been very good. First of all because it is my choice to not play him, and because I can see Malo Gusto, Reece James, or Marc Cucurella doing different kind of jobs during the game. I think Chilwell is a top fullback, doing that job up and down, and given the opportunity in the past to win titles and be in national team. But I struggle to see Ben doing different kind of things, such as inverted fullback." Now, sources close to Chelsea have shared an update with TBR Football on Ben Chilwell. Graham Bailey, chief correspondent at TBR Football, has now been told that the man born in Milton Keynes is really keen to leave Chelsea during this winter transfer window. Both Chilwell and Chelsea believe a loan exit is close to materializing, with the Blues already carrying out work on a replacement more suited to what Maresca demands. TBR Football understand Chelsea like Patrick Dorgu, and sent scouts to watch the Denmark international play for Lex in their 3-1 win over Empoli on Saturday. Sources add that Leicester City, who sold Chilwell to Chelsea in August 2020, are keeping tabs on the situation. Chelsea are not the only side keen to sign the 20-year-old. Sources have also informed TBR Football that Manchester United like Dorgu, and have been left impressed by the Lex number 13 after sending scouts to watch him. It is believed the Dane is viewed as an ideal fit for the 3-4-3 formation Ruben Amorim has brought to Old Trafford, a system which heavily relies on wing-backs marauding up and down the flanks. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.